Globalization is the process in which the ideas, information, and knowledge spread around the world, and the more countries and regions of the world becomes intertwined culturally, politically, and economically, the more globalized the world becomes. And of course, it brings it a lot of outcomes, and I think the negative ones outweigh the positive ones. And I would like to point out to the one of the biggest problems, one of the biggest outcomes of globalization, the global inequality. Global inequality basically means the extreme concentration of money, power, and influence of some countries or even continents at the top, and this results in the rapidly widening gap between the poor and the rich. And in this chart, we see that a share of nominal GDP by region. GDP stands for gross domestic product, which is a kind of measurement of economic wealth in a region used by usually governments. The biggest share in there, by 76.4%, is in developed countries like USA, UK, or China, India, like that countries. But the smallest share, by 1.88%, is in developing Africa. And this wide gap brings us that it is a really critical situation, because the rapidly widening gap brings us a lot of outcomes. This extreme boom in wealth is not a sign of healthy economy, but a result of profoundly violent and harmful economic system, because it mostly affects the people. The way of people live, the quality of lifetime, and it eventually becomes life-threatening. When we look at this chart table, the gap between global corporate elites and the people continues to widen after the 2008 global financial crisis. So, when we look at the bottom, so the poor people, or maybe normal people, we see that 1.6 billion people deprived of health, education services, and adequate standards of living as of 2016. And half of which come from South Asia and 1/3 from the sub-Saharan Africa. So it is a really big share. So it's a really crucial situation for the people to the bottom. But when we look at the top one, so the wealthiest people, we see that between 2008 and 2013, income grew more quickly for the wealthiest, 16%, and by 2017, 8 people has the same wealth as the poorest half of the world. So this is a really crucial statement. And also, when we think about pyramids, for example, if you save 10,000 a day since the building of the pyramids in Egypt, you will have only one-fifth the average of fortune of one of five of the richest people in the world. So it equals the wealth of the five richest people. So my quote is from the former CEO of Microsoft, Bill Gates. The fact is that as living standards rising around the world, world trade has been the mechanism allowing poor countries to increasingly take care of even really basic needs like vaccination. So I think it shows us my subject that I choose.
It shows us the quote cannot show you the subject. Okay, so you can interpret the quote, or you can say that the quote is on the line, on the same page as your quote.
Okay. As I said, the wide gap allowing the globalization, allowing the poor countries take care of even the basic needs. So it's the minimum factors that affects the poor countries. So it's just the beginning for the poor countries.